Hello ladies, it's me Penny at Penny's place. I'm in the kitchen again. In fact the storm's just started before. I'll put the other light on as well. Because it went pretty dark when the dark clouds come. So hopefully it'll be a bit brighter. Right, the first thing I'm showing you is not very creative, is it? A box. This is for Mr Pitt. They had one, but it's at the caravan, and save carting it back and forth. I thought I'd make him another one for here, and it's so simple, and yet he really takes to it. He won't at the moment because he's already just had a treat, but all it is a box. Then I've painted some toilet rolls and stuck them in and covered the box, and then inside you put his favourite treats. Oh, he's looking now, he's down there on the floor. He might come up and have a go. Come and see. Come and see. Come on then. Come and see. Come on then. No, he's not going to come up. Never mind. He's going to have he's going to eat biscuits and these things. So, if you've got a cat, it's it keeps them amused for a few minutes, and they're fun. So I've shown you this. So that's that. I finally managed to complete my bracelet. It's a bit creased, this tablecloth, and there it is. If you look at the ends, that's how the original strip of ribbon was. So I've just taken this shape, the elements of it, and then done my own thing really, haven't I? So, if I put it there and then come forward, yeah, there we go. Now you have to go back a bit. So, as I say, it's just the basic ribbon. So I did 2 roses out of embroidery in the middle there. I couldn't do exactly leaves, so I've just done like a cross pattern. There's little tiny pearls which I have sewn in. It's all sewn. The beads are not stuck down with glue. They're all, sewn in. Even these little diamantes here. I've gone round this shape here with some little white, well, off-white pearls, cream pearls. Underneath the oval, I've put a piece of very dark green velvet, some felt. I've just cut out a little piece, and it just gives it a little bit of depth, I think, to the chiffon rose. I did try using a rose that I'd got from Betsy Doodle, for my birthday. She sent me a lovely box full of shabby chic type roses out of fabric, but it just didn't quite look right, sat in the middle there. So in the end I've made a little chiffon one instead. The only thing that's got to be done now, which Art will help me with later, is to put the studs on. Now what I've done with this one is, I tend, when you do things, you tend to do them for yourself, but I think this one might go in my shop somewhere. So on this one I'm going to put 2 studs here, like that, but on here I'll be able to do 2 rows of these studs, so it will just give a little bit more room, or a little bit more tighter for whoever's going to wear it. I thought that was a better idea, otherwise there's just one size can wear it, isn't it? So I must think of that in future. So this border here is very pretty, but it was full of painted shells in between the sequins and that. There was like tiny little shells, but they'd been painted. It was something like nail varnish actually. And I made myself a bracelet with some of this on. And I kept finding flecks of paint. And I thought, where's this coming from? And I worked it out, it's from the shells. So I didn't want shells on this pattern anyway, so I removed them. So as I say, it was all all done by hand, and then on the back I've just put a piece of this nice, it's like a linen in fact, but it is cotton, but it just looks like linen. So I sewed that all with like blanket stitch around, and I think when it's I can't remember my arm will fit there. When it's on, I think it'll look quite pretty. So at last that one's finished, or almost. Let's go back a bit more, if I can. Oh, that's boring pen. Go back, go back, go back. That's better. So what else have I been doing? So, you know, I've been playing with my PBO, we call them? Little paints I've got. I've got a little selection of mood ones. Yeah, and this is, oh, that's moon as well. But there's another group called Fantasia. Prism, yeah, Fantasy. And they kind of react if you pour one on top of the other. But I've not really been doing that. I've been doing something a bit more like stained glass. So I'll just bring this over here so you can see. So these are like practices. So the first one I think I did was this one. So I didn't like the other side because, well, this was like my first one and practicing. But, and also I've been using Perfect Pearl's outlining, you know, like pearl drops. So I've been using that as an outliner, which is not the best thing. But anyway, it made a pretty nice tag. I turned it round away from the bumpy bit, if you know what I mean, you know, where you can feel all the pattern. So it looks a bit like a little stained glass. So that's a nice little tag to go where. This is another one. I found a tube of gold relief. I don't think it's in here now. Oh, will it? It'll be upstairs. Yeah, gold relief somewhere. So I was having a go with that. As you can see, not very, very successful. It takes quite a bit of practice. And I think with it being old, it was quite thick and gobbly. So, but it gave me time to practice how to do, you know, fill in all the segments. So that's a little iris, and I've just decorated it with a few stars and a heart there. So it's a little tag, you can go on a prezi or in a book or whatever. This one, very Art Deco lady, and again this one was done with the black, what do you call it? Like a pearl drops, and so I'm not sure how long they last, so I wouldn't like put it on glass or anything like that. It's just for fun and to put on a card or, you know, make a tag like this one. So but yeah, I mixed up her colours of her hair with the white and like it's like a tangerine, apricot I think they called it. So but yeah, it's quite good, and that's the face is white, but it was very hard to mix it, you know what I mean? That's the other side that you could have, yeah? But when you're doing it on that side, I don't know. Yes, it looks okay. You do see where I could have done it just the same thickness around. I'm not sure which side I like. But anyway, I've done it on this side now, and I've just done a little purple ribbon. So that's that one. Not done anything with the butterfly. That's the butterfly, that's the back of it. But as I say, you can see where I've missed and all things like that. So this is like trial and error, but it doesn't show the same, the misses on this side. And I've even got little cells forming from, I think it's the moon one that does that. Whoops! The moon one that does that, like little cells and that. So I've put 2 or 3 colours on sections of the wing. And but I also found out I've got this, where is it? Silicone. So I'm going to read up on this and before I use it, and it's meant to well, I know you can use it with acrylic, and I think it's by the same make, and I think it does something to these as well, so I'll read up on that before I do it. So that's my butterfly. It could go on the front of a book or inside a book or somewhere. I'm not sure what's happening to that one. Oh, and this is the one I'm actually doing at the moment. It's a bigger baby. So this is the one I'm actually doing at the moment, which is quite good. I've left it on here because it's still tacky. So it's just like the English, it's Art Deco rose and lots of leaves and in between. So that one's coming on. As I say, I'm getting a little bit better with this line, but it's an old one, it really is. Now the gentleman I was watching, he had a big bottle of liner, but I didn't catch what make it was. And what he does, he makes his own little piping bag, you know, out of greaseproof paper, and then snips the tiniest little hole out, and he pours some of this outliner paint, and he's able to make very, very fine lines. Now I think I finished this off last night when I shouldn't have done, not with my eyesight anyway. And it's coming on, and yeah, it's coming on. I was thinking maybe it's going towards the bookmark stage, I don't know, but it's practice. So more practicing going to come on. Oh, these, I found these this morning. Stained glass stamps, stained glass effect stamps. I thought, oh, they'd be nice for Christmas, won't they? So I'm going to have a play with them, or even if you put them on a glass, you know, like this one here. If we put that on a glass, and then you've got the outline, and you know, you can go around it with your outliner and that. So there's some quite good stamps there. I'm not sure where I got them from, but I don't buy that many stamps. They might have come in magazines, actually, these. They might have come in magazines. And that's about the only time I buy the magazines, is when, you know, I see stamps as well that I like. So that's that one. Don't know what that one's doing here. And so I'm looking forward to doing them, because what's come this morning, in fact only a few minutes before I put this film on, is some more relief paint liner. Hobby Glass. It's by Wamio Liquid Lead. So I've got a lovely gold one there, like a pale grey or silver one there, and a black one. So I thought, well, you can't go wrong with them. I've not even opened them. So you've got a little nozzle, which is handy. Do you mind if I get up, ladies, and let the cat out? If the cat wants to go out, hold on a minute. Do you want to go out? Go on then. You're interrupting. You're going to come back when it rains again, I know. Go on then. See you later. Yeah. Sorry about that, ladies. The cat wants to go out, Where was I? So that's what you get. And I can't remember, I think they were £3 something each, these. £3 or £4. And it sets in 24 hours. And you can use on clean and dry surfaces of glass or mirror for relief lining. Dry within an hour, sets in 24. So you don't have to like put it in the oven like some things and all that. So I'm looking forward to trying with those. And I've been around the garden outside yesterday, and some more broken things. They don't last things, do they, for years and years. Now we have these little lamps hanging up. And as you can see, they're past the date a bit. So I'm bringing them in. I'm going to give them another good clean. very good clean. And I've got some glass to practice on. And I thought, well, this door's broken. I could have bothered to reattach the door. But I thought this one might be nice for one of those little like cacti plants or something like that. Doesn't need a lot of water or anything. And hung up. So that's what I'm planning on that one. This one, I think the door still works on this one. I'm not sure. But I might have two matching ones with just, yeah, I don't like this door. So I'll take this door off and, oh, I've forgotten to go, oh, that way, go the other way. There we go. And, oh, how long have I been on there? And so I've got the mirrors on these anyway to practice with, and I've also got some jars, jam jars soaking, so I can practice on them as well. So that's a project. What else? Oh right, Arthur found this lurking in a tree somewhere. He said it's had its day. Oh, it's had its day pen. No, I can do something with that. I know I can. So, I'm not sure if it's glass or plastic. So I have a very good plastic, because it's glass the wings. So I'm going to try and take what's left of the paint off. And then that's the way it goes, isn't it? That's its antennae there, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to try and do my best to see what I can do with it. See? And it might be a nice, well, it was nice when we brought it. It used to flutter away, and it's got a little cowbell at the bottom of it. So I'll have some fun with that. So I have ordered some glass paint because I don't want to use all this on glass and everything. So I thought I'd better get some proper glass paint if I'm going to do glass, you know what I mean? So that's them. What else was I going to show you? Right, this is a project in the making. This was a little fairy doll I had, and she was kneeling, and she had wings, wire wings coming out of her back. And because I'm still doing, well, almost finished, but still doing that thing with Cal Withington on Facebook, All Things Mermaid, her group's called, and it's lasting until the end of August. I've done quite a few things. If you want to look back, I've done quite a few things of mermaids. So, and I thought, well, you've started this, but you've never finished it. So I got it out this morning, and I've been giving her a good clean and a wash, and I've just started on her makeup and that there. And then I thought I better find a rubber arm, because I had to take her arm off, because I couldn't get the air dry clay. This is all air dry clay. It was tin foil and then air dry clay on top to make her into a mermaid. But I couldn't get it smooth around there, so I cut her arm off, didn't I? Now, can I find her arm, ladies? Nah, can I, heck? I don't know what I've done with her arm at all, but I'm not going to give up yet. I'm going to find her arm, and if I don't, I'll think of something else to do with her. Well, there was something else, maybe a drape of some kind, I don't know. But anyway, we'll think of something. And she didn't look right sat on her shell that I had for her. So I've decided to put her on this stone. But first I wanted to make the stone different. So what I've done this morning is I've coated it all in sticky wrap and what have you, and put a piece of cardboard around it as well, because the back is just stone. I would like to leave it like that, just stone. And then I thought, well, instead of just painting it with acrylic paint and everything, I might have a go with these and see what type of effect, you know, keeping it with the blues and the greens and what have you, the aqua colours. And let's see what happens. Maybe nothing will happen, I don't know. But I don't do it down here because I'll make an awful mess, absolutely awful mess, I know I will. So that's what's going on with this, and I have shown this before, this little lady, and I've not got very far, but I'm going to get there, I am. And she's going to be sitting on a rock. Her tail will be actually over the edge of the rock, she won't be sat all over the rock, but she looks like she's looking down on something. So I'm going to have to think of a little animal of some kind for her to look at there. Anyway, that's my imagination gone to pots now. So, excuse me, I need a drink, don't I? So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'll get the computer up and get this loaded as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, ladies, and I hope somebody else has got these glass paint or these PBO and that, and as I go, sometimes you forget what you've got in your cupboards, don't you? I do. Have a go, it's just something a bit different, isn't it? Thank you, ladies. Bye bye for now. Stay safe.